I had suspicious after 9/11 on the U.S. government and NATO. But when, as an activist, I had close contact with my people. I was looking how much a ray of hope was a light in their hearts, because they thought maybe because of 9/11 tragedy that the blood of innocent people has been shed, innocent people of the U.S. Maybe this time foreigners will be honest for Afghan people. But after 9/11 and conference of Bonn, we saw that U.S. and NATO, they pushed us from the frying pan into the fire, replaced Taliban with fundamentalist warlords who are mentally same like Taliban, but only physically has been changed. That's why today the roots of all of these miseries, problems in Afghanistan are these warlords, and now negotiating with the Taliban as well. In my own province last year, these occupation forces, American troops, they did bomb 150 civilians in one day, has been killed, even used white phosphorus. And also most of them was women and children. And that's why day by day our people believe that maybe they want to take the revenge of those innocent American people has been killed from the innocent people of Afghanistan, not the Taliban, not the warlord. And also that this day by day they prove for our people, not only for our people, for people around the world, this is not only a so-called war on terror, this is just war on innocent civilians, occupation. Because this 10 years they wasted the blood of their soldiers and their taxpayer money, billions of dollars, and now they invite these terrorist Taliban also to join this puppet corrupt mafia regime. I think justice-loving people of the US around the world, they agree with my people. Democracy never comes by military invasion, by war, by occupation, by bombing our wedding parties, killing innocent civilians, by support of these sworn enemies of these values. And we wish that it was not military invasion, it was invasion of schools, clinic, hospital. But they occupied my country, keep situation lawless, unsafe, in danger like this for their own interest, regional, economic, and political interest. Now my people, they squashed between three powerful enemies: warlords, Taliban, occupation forces. With the withdrawal of these external enemy, my people will fight two internal enemies. They will fight steadfastly till the end because of the hatred that they have to the Taliban and also warlords. And this presence of these occupation forces in Afghanistan, they double our miseries, make more powerful these warlords and Taliban. They make much harder our struggle for justice, for democracy and women's rights, as now same like Taliban time, mainstream media, mainly wrong politicians, tell them civil war will happen if the troops leave. But nobody is talking about today's civil war. Today itself is a civil war. And the second civil war, if they are worried, if the troops leave, I think will not be more dangerous, more difficult, more risky than this civil war. At least one enemy get lost. And no question when we want the withdrawal of the troops. During this 10 years of occupation, they changed Afghanistan today. Now Afghanistan is the second most corrupt country in the world, while more than $30 billion Karzai's regime received. Most of this money went into the pocket of these warlords, drug lords, and these criminals. Even one document of WikiLeaks exposed that Vice President of Hamid Karzai, Zia Massoud, he carried $52 million from Kabul airport to the Dubai airport, but nobody stopped him and asked him how you got this money, from where. And also, they kill brutally Afghan people, make fun with their dead bodies. But to deceive people of the West, put dust on their eyes, try to bring this few cruel soldiers to the court. It's not enough. They should have brought to the court this Minister of the War, Robert Gates, and General David Petraeus, who order and siege these troops and kill innocent people. These troops themselves are the victim of the wrong policy of the warmongers. Barack Obama should be questioned for this wrong policy that he has. And maybe he did something positive for American people, but for my people, during these 2 years, he came in power, in fact, proved himself as a second and even dangerous Bush. just because a few examples of aspiracy why he's dangerous than Bush. He invites terrorist Taliban to join this mafia puppet regime. Gulbuddin Hekmatyar, Bush administration at least put price on the head of this terrorist if anybody find the life or died body of this terrorist. But Obama's administration invite. And the outcome of surge of troops was more massacres, more miseries, more tragedies, and sorrows for my people. And he's expanding war in Afghanistan, in Yemen, in Pakistan. The drone attacks took the life of too many people. Same like Taliban time, we have jungle condition. Two women become accused them as prostitute in public in Ghazni province, beat it with lashes. Then one of them, even pregnant, shoot on her head and kill them brutally. Same like Taliban time. And also that even misuse from the miseries of the woman. The story of Time magazine, Bibi Aisha, the headline says what happens to the woman if we leave, but never they write what's happening to the woman while we are there. Never they bring those women who disfigured by cluster bomb, white phosphorus for treatment to the Western countries because their crimes get exposed. My life story, this disgusting burqa, which is symbol of oppression, now gave safety and life to many women of Afghanistan, especially activists. They did many assassination attempts, and alone my life stories enough to know about mockery of democracy and mockery of war on terror in Afghanistan. Yeah, right now there is two kinds of resistance going on in my country. One is reactionary resistance of the Taliban, but another resistance, second resistance, is resistance of ordinary Afghan people, men and women, innocent people, victim families, students of the university, democratic-minded parties few we have. They come on the streets, they do demonstration. This is hope. This resistance is the resistance of ordinary Afghan people, and it shows the hatred of our people against occupation. And Karzai's puppet regime was talking about permanent US military bases in Afghanistan and want to expand the military bases there, military bases of the US. When people hear this news, this democratic-minded party organized demonstration in Herat, in Kabul, in Farah, in Mazar Sharif, in Jalalabad. And even they invited me as well to join their demonstration. For security reasons, I couldn't go. Hundreds of people joined their demonstration. And many other examples of the resistance of the people that never mainstream media give a report. Day by day, it gets more. But in my country, it takes time. I believe it's a good example of the big power of the people. Always I believe. And as I strongly believe that no nation can donate liberation to another nation. The history bears that only the nation can liberate themselves. And when you see these countries, dictators in power, everywhere there is dictators, forever they cannot be in power. Day by day people stand up more against these dictators. And the positive point is that this glorious uprising happened. The dictator's regime removed, but unfortunately system is still there in power. And they do not have, I cannot see a united leadership in these countries. And this is the concern point. But of course, this glorious uprising gave the strength and hope to my people as well. Of course, had huge positive impact. A neighbor country like Iran earlier happened, and now again, people, they are standing up, men, women, young generation, even their blood has been shed. And still in the jails of Iran, they are hanging these young generation, brave activists, freedom-loving fighters, because they raise their voice against these dictators and this fascist regime that they have. And same in these other Middle East countries happened, north of African countries. It's a source of hope and inspiration for millions, not only for my people. But of course, in my country, it takes time. Most people, they are unemployment. They don't have job. They are poor. They don't have enough food to eat. They are working very hard just to feed their families. And most people are not educated. This half of population, women, more than 80% are illiterate. That's why I believe education is the key. So it takes time in our country. That's why in this cause we are working, because people fed up from occupation, fed up from the warlord and Taliban hate them. We are working in this cause for democracy, for peace, against occupation. Hopefully one day in the future, the same glorious uprising happened in these countries, and my country also will happen.
Take these words home and think.